information.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Aught shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. There is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
There's a ladder here.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Mayhap you'll learn aught of this scoundrel who would claim your title if you attended a palace. Masquerade.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on... the roads, despite the hour. Much obliged.
'Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Ah. Did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Aye. Tell good. We're here.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
You seem to be rather friendly with Captain Brant, sir. Tell me, is he faring well? 'Tis lamentable that the captain of the late Consul's Guard should have been relegated to the garrison, but there are whispers that he was given this station in reprisal for an unthinking petition he made to Her Grace. Ever since Disa's faction seized power within the palace, her detractors have found themselves shunted into a corner. If I were you, I'd take care not to be seen currying favor with the good captain. Disa has eyes everywhere, it seems.
I must ask you to comport yourself with the utmost civility while you are within the masquerade hall. The masquerade is already underway, sir. 'Twill be a long night.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace. At least here I can listen to some courtly music. Makes the hours go by that much quicker, see?
You ought not to abandon your post.
Ah, don't be like that. You know as well as I do that we're more likely to find a mouse trying to sneak into the palace kitchens than anyone else.
I'm just grateful to know these are training.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batar. Apparently, even privately owned items will come to be curtailed soon.
How dreadful!
I've some servants ferrying things over from Batal. Mayhap I ought to hasten them along.
Wealth is rooted in the soil of land. I'd sooner stay out of that. Just about anywhere.
Not sure I can handle
I
this.
find dressing.
All my peers seem so much more capable.
What's going on over there? I only pray my watch finishes without incident. Dull days for us are a sign of
Minute now.
So, tell me more of this ox cart.
As I hear it, it turned from the high road only to vanish. 'Twas carrying some few dozen pawns at the time as well.
Strange tale indeed. Yet pawns are oft called nomads. They are transient creatures by nature. They are wont to vanish on occasion, are they not?
True, but pawns are not the only ones who employ ox carts. I cannot help but worry that this business does not bode well for any of us.
Another ale can't make...
Another fancy party hosted by the Arisen. You'd think he's feeling plenty merry by now.
Best mind that tongue afore you lose it.
Listen, I've seen my fair share of noble Arisen. Wastrels and curs, the lot of them.
This one's the genuine article. Surely you've heard tell of how he repelled the dragon in Melve.
Aye, and he's got grievous burns to show for it. I expect that's why he's been up listening to fancy songs and watching dresses twirl for our moon, eh? Makes a man wonder when our true ruler's gonna rise up and deliver us salvation.
Enough of that. Such things are not for common soldiers to question.
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity. No. We who are gathered here...
It would seem our sovereign has recovered enough to walk. Word reached my ear that he would be attending, though I've yet to espy him.
No doubt he must first meet with the Queen Regent. Though mayhap he wishes not to show his face for aught, burned as it doubtless is, he has only just recovered from his glorious defeat of that dragon.
What was the same?
Surely it wasn't my affairs of which they whispered.
I thought I heard something just now.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour all you like. We'll find
In here.
I've been here the whole time.
Open up!
Open this door right now. We're coming in.
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playgrounds? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty. Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me.
I'm sure I could find a willing patron.
Always the same. Day after day.
So many happy
Just how I
voices
like
carried on the wind.
Living's hard, but dreams are free, I say.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs.
Most work is done.
Feels eerie with no map. This place always puts me at ease.
to find someone to buy me a drink. Am I shedding? That is quite the quandary.
I could have sworn I ought to attend to it.
Welcome, sir. As ever, we are delighted to have you. Pray, do enjoy your stay.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
I'm the predicament.
Damn near enough.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads. Just much obliged.
This inspires naught but misgivings. Look, as long as you...
Oh, there's something written here.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Ready, are we?
Fight well now, else there is no tomorrow!
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet, then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
So the false sovereign, Queen Regent Disa, and this Phasus fellow are all working together. Quite the sordid trio, eh?
How very peculiar.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be Arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermund. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope, to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Disa's scheme and securing your enthronement.
Do to someone else what I just did to you. What could she have meant by that?
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen. Pray slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
Never should have taken
I must.
This ox cart will not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Ooh, I can't wait to find out what's inside.
This ox will not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
What the? Tis dark as pitch, Master. Pray, light your lantern afore I trip.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour.
Try not to get hit! There's nowhere here to go to waste!
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
There's more where that came from!
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful.
Where are you going?
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Here's hoping this season yields more than the last. Mustn't let it burn.
My feet, always dirt and roof.
This ox... I'll need to see some coin before I...
What would I do?
Suppose courage can only take you.
Unless I am much mistaken. We have cause to visit a place not far from here.
So many choices. Glad I don't have to make them.
Oh, damn dragon. Hurry, everyone! Get yourselves to safety!
You go with them. I'll fell that thing myself. There you are. You will share my desolation and my hunger.
This village is my home.
Let me grant you wings.
Yourself. 'Twas a lesson in determination. Somehow I knew you'd come. You have my gratitude as well, sir.
Ulrika, glad I am to see you unharmed. You must return to the village. Everyone is concerned for you.
Forgive me. I'd best go. But I shan't forget this. Thank you. Truly.
I'll get that for you.
That wasn't the dragon, but a poor imitation of it. No wonder I feel so hollow. Sigurd, you're the current Arisen, aren't you? I pray you do not walk the same path as I have.
'Tis a style all my own, a patchwork of techniques, honed for the sole purpose of slaying the dragon.
Ah, here we are. The Oxguard made it without too much trouble.
There are worse ways to travel, I suppose.
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Ah, excellent find.
We're saved. I haven't the words to thank you. I doubt we would have pulled through if not for you.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough of that, me. Did you need something? Do come again.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master.
We're...
Wasn't sure we'd survive that, but...
If I might have my say, is your pack not overburdensome?
I'm not taking any passengers.
What do ye want? This ox...
I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
I wouldn't mind a chance to doze off as the hills roll by.
I'm a goner. What's wrong?
Where are the wolves?
Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat? You're really pushing your luck.
How'd that out?
You're asking for it.
was impeccably timed, Arisen.
Are you trying to make me lose my nerve?
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
When the mind is split, the heart must lead.
Or so I've learned.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
If we are to break it, it shan't be from this side.
As you say.
This made my day. At once, Master. That was well put. There's no one standing who might
I shall lead the charge!
As a matter of fact, every master I've ever served has favored different tactics. One party I joined consisted only of ranged specialists. He thinks it's high altitude.
Let's ponder.
A forgotten rift stone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall, from my last sojourn beyond the rift.
You have my protection.
Just hand over your coin, and I'll let you know.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Now.
The fire must be put out ere our comrade burns.
Lay down your arms before you hurt yourself. Oi!
Now, there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Together we are indomitable.
Would that we might always be so in step, eh?
That's just what I was thinking.
The Arisen has been drenched.
Come on, have at it.
My badges are at your disposal.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
Let me be the one to collect it.
Suppose I could enjoy some idle chit-chat. Say, would you consider doing me a favor? My thanks.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
What say we get some rest? I'm not sure I could face a trek with my belly so full. It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
There's no need to make camp here. We've energy enough to press on for a while yet.
I understand the inclination, Arisen. Oh, I just recalled. A campsite I found while beyond the rift isn't far from here. Shall we go? I can lead the way.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I'm up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
This brute has quite the temper.
A reckless opponent makes the easy prey.
No quarrel here.
This is just what's needed.
Jump on! I'll launch you into the skies!
Focus. A moment of indecision may spill out of the
A well-aimed strike, right where it hurts.
We prevailed by the skin of our teeth.
Let us pick ourselves up. dust ourselves off and try... not to slip up again.
How might we approach yon spire?
Let us make our way over to it while 'tis in our sights.
Can't quite put my finger on it, but aught's changed with this place.
I cannot fault your memory. We must get to the bottom of this.
Time to be heading home. Fancy a look at my wares? I've not seen this.
How goes it? Have you... Oh dear.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
That all you wanted to ask? Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us. Once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false Arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next Thief Maester. But he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial, so the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar on his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick.
Oh, Master, I thought I might never see you again.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Fancy a look at my wares? Well met, sir. How much?
Might I be of service? Always a pleasure.
This way, if you please. It seems you've somewhere else in mind you'd rather go. If you've no need of my guidance, by all means, lead the way.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this eventually.
Did anyone else see that? Aught catches the light.
We ought to take a closer look.
Oh, I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
The thrill of discovery never gets old. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
I am attentive and loyal, and
took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen? This ladder can take us to new heights.
After you, Arisen. We're in the right place, but the one we're due...
Welcome to the Star Drop. Welcome to the Star Drop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back anytime. Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back anytime.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces, and all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
That thief maester's a capable sort. I'd wager this will make life rather difficult for the Queen Regent. First thing... First, we must speak with Captain Brant. Good. We're here.
someone do aught about this?
They're a useful ingredient.
So what'll it be? Not to twist your... Well, you needn't decide this.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Seems like everyone...
This place is awful dull. Can't complain about this.
Good tidings to you. Are you the Arisen, perchance? Aye, I thought you might be the one. My husband spoke of you, you see. 'Tis through him I hear much of the gossip going around town. I suppose you're here to see him. You'll have to come another day, I fear. He's been sent out on a mission, and I can't say when he'll return. 'Tis a perilous mission at that. I've heard he is to fell a Dullahan at the Ill-Doer's resting place. I worry for him. I do hope he'll fare all right.
I thought you might like this, so I picked it up. Here you go.
As I've said, my husband has left to slay a Dullahan at the Ill-Doer's resting place.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
As I understand it, that we cannot accompany you there, Master. But fear not. You'll find us here when you return.
Welcome, sir. You're free to approach whome'er catches your eye.
Please let our patron pick another.
This is where I come when life gets conscious.
It strikes me that we have not visited Melve for some time. Shall we stop by and see how its people fare of late? I can guide you there if you wish.
Well now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
Perhaps new discoveries. Wait us above. Might we consider boarding an ox cart? I don't know about you, but my legs are stiff as boards.
The road ahead is long, Master.
This ox... I'll need to see some coin before I let you...
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
E'er since the reign of Rothace, the founder of Vermund, the village of Melve has played an indispensable role in the defense of our kingdom against the dragon. Yet twice now, as the dragon set upon this village, inflicting numerous casualties, before being allowed to flee. The fault here lies with you, Sir Ulrika. You have failed in your duty as acting chief.
With all due respect, Sir Martin, our village has dispatched many of its young hands to the northern stronghold since its completion. Was it not the former consul who decreed that the stronghold should serve to defend the kingdom, with Melve offering aid only where needed? Yet the stronghold has remained entirely silent to our plight. How can you say that the fault is ours to bear?
I know of no such agreement. At the very least, Queen Regent Disa has mentioned naught of the kind.
But I'm quite sure the consul...
You would dare misrepresent the words of the dead? Or do you mean to imply that the Queen Regent has spoken falsely? If so, then Melve's problems run far deeper than I had thought. 'Tis not indolence that has taken root here, but treason. The village entire will answer for this.
What? I intended nothing of the sort. Pray, let us...
Save your honeyed words, traitor. I must inform the Queen Regent of this development.
Good to...
I dare say you don't belong here.
You came to see me. Forgive me, I've much to ponder. Still, how would you like to stay the night? I've yet to repay you for aught you've done for me. A small show of hospitality is surely the least I can do. 'Twas by your godly efforts that Melve escaped the worst of the dragon's assault. The people of this village are more precious to me than life itself. To lose them would have been the end of me. You have my earnest gratitude, friend. I wanted to tell you that, if naught else. Now, 'tis time we slept. There is much to be done for the village, and I shan't manage it without a good night's sleep.
Where is Ulrika? The Queen Regent has declared that Ulrika be apprehended as a traitor to the kingdom. All who seek to abet her will be tried in turn. Bring her before me at once.
Ulrika is gone.
What?
She stole away in the dead of night. Ask around. Several witnesses can confirm it. I cannot say why for certain, but I imagine she took your words to heart, Overseer. Realizing her plans for rebellion had been found out, she chose to abandon the village, for our sake.
You would have me believe that Ulrika was acting alone? That the rest of the villagers harbor no rebellious intent?
Aye, that's the long and short of it.
Very well. I shall take you at your word, sir. However, the absence of a leader will sow naught but chaos. For the time being, your village will be in our hands. If 'tis as you say, I do not expect there will be any objections.
Ah, there you are. There's aught I would ask of you. It concerns Ulrika. You've heard she fled the village, aye? Though that is the case, she would never truly abandon it. She left the village that she might fulfill her charge, protecting Vermont against the dragon. As for where she went, I do not know. 'Twould be unwise for me to go looking for her, lest I draw the eyes of the Overseer's troops. However, should you happen to find her, would you tell me where she is hiding? I can only pray that she does not fall into the Queen Regent's clutches. A firm resolve has taken root in my heart since we met. I may be past my prime as a fighter, but I can still teach. And if anyone can master this technique, it is you. Go on, humor an old man.
Congratulations, Arisen. Acquiring a maester's teaching is no mean feat. I could not be more thrilled for you.
'Tis an honor and a privilege to serve a master so accomplished.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises. The creature's corpse will serve us well.
Be sure to aim true.
I should tell you, there's a forgotten riftstone nearby. I found it beyond the rift. Shall we go there now? Good thing I'm here, really. I know just where to go. We must be really down on our luck to get caught out in such a downpour.
Do you wish for me to proceed? We won't be able to climb back up the slope once we've gone down.
Here already, are we?
I've an knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful.
Right. Just follow me.
Goblins approach!
That was a sight to behold.
Might there be aught over there?
Let us ponder how best to proceed. Methinks I've an idea of where Sir Ulrika might have gone, Master. I know the way. Follow me.
Well now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way. Just think what we could achieve if we honed our talents further.
Idea. I've never seen my own master attempt such a feat.
Unbelievable.
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Can't wait to find out what's inside.
What could yon chest be hiding? I must know.
Not a...
At last, a chance to use this.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it. I knew you would prevail, Master.
We've earned ourselves a pat on the...
We've got choppers!
Good enough!
Tis a foe worthy of caution. Nor to say our best will do.
This brute has quite the temper.
Reckless opponent makes for easy prey.
No quarrel here.
Someone saw fit to camp here, it would seem.
There's no reason to rush into our bedrolls. You'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. But I suppose I can guide us there later.
The Arisen is capricious indeed. That's the spirit! Arisen so to the bone!
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
Well, let us make haste for the nearest town. I'd rather sell our pickings at market than toss them aside.
I seem to have taken a hit. We were battle ready when they found us. This shan't take long.
No quarrel here.
The Arisen has been drenched!
I'll grab hold of the enemy so that you might strike true!
Not a bad idea.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
These faces have grown mightily familiar.
That explains the harmony betwixt us. That looks scrumptious, and I'm positively famished.
I'd not say no to a bite myself. We shall have to crane our necks to spot our foes in a place like this.
Let us proceed with caution. I could do this all day.
I could use a bit of excitement in my life. I fear I've not.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
I'm only glad to have proven my worth.
'Twill be an honor to serve by your side. I've nothing to report as yet. Was there something you needed, Master?
Keep that shield up.
Yes, sir.
Want a blade in your ribs?
Aye, sir.
Aye. I'm about to commence the troops' training regime. 'Tis a task that demands focus. So if 'tisn't an urgent matter, it can wait till after we're done here. They've a ways to go yet. They've a...
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty. Sons, I'm nodding off where I stand.
Yes, Master. Do watch where you're going. You'll hurt yourself one of these days.
Oh, don't mind me. These things happen.
Sorry, Master.
This is just the sort of place that begs exploring.
Tread carefully. One never can be too cautious.
No quarrel here.
I'll get that for you.
Our master has given us an order. Surely you do not intend to disobey. Battle is to be avoided, I take it, Arisen.
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
I knew it to be so.
Take care where you place your feet. A sharp incline is as like to throw us off balance as 'tis our enemies.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. I shall come at once, Arisen.
Naught feels quite so wasteful as coming upon a fine piece of equipment after purchasing the very same item in a shop.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar.
The Arisen has been drenched.
Oh, do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
Thank goodness someone has a hand for me. Seems our foe has recognised our victory.
'Tis the mark of a champion to prevail with weapon shield. Or it fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different reactions.
together now. We attack as one.
I shall lead the charge!
Of course.
We must spare no effort against this foe, lest we suffer bitter defeat. No quarter!
Understood. Well done.
Over here, if you please.
I say it. We trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Stone. With that in hand, we can leap from one end of the kingdom to another in a trice.
'Tis not an item to be squandered.
The fiend unknown is the most perilous.
Naught can threaten us if we watch each other's backs. This is my first time clapping eyes on such an item. I expect my own master has yet to even discover it.
Can't wait to find out what's inside.
An obstacle blocks our way. Perhaps we might remove it by force.
If you need that destroyed, I'm your pawn. Shall I assist? Did anyone else see that? Orc catches the light.
We ought to take a closer look. Ah, now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Nothing of it, Focus your attacks.
I shall lead the charge!
Understood. Never you fret. We all have our It was well worth the effort of breaking it.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Tis overly narrow here, and ill-suited to combat.
Let us conclude our business and be quit of this place. There is naught to be gained from lingering.
Like that, we'll have a run-in with a hill.
Outstanding.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
poisoned.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter? Bats arisen.
Really now, what are you doing?
'Tis folly to pick quarrels with beasts.
Slimes! There!
One of us has been drenched!
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. I feared we might never escape that place.
Yeah, beneath the earth is stifling, to be sure.
You have my support.
Full relieved am I to greet another dawn.
We need help. Hold out but a moment longer.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Elelote an fear osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair avehum. Angudu telpe. Elelote anfir osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair avehum. Eruma nun verussa laikasa. Elelote. Sinde fir arenka. Elelote anfir osto silfa malantha alecano.
A good sleep will ensure we are Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Off we go then.
Elelote. Angudu telpe. Elelote anfir ananduin. Osto silfa malantha alecan. Sinde fir areng. Elelote anfir. Osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair avehum.
We must rest. Elelote anfir osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair avehum. Eruma nun verus. Aiwe anon. Nun lia fiona sur firmes.
Eruma fa I iturum.
The language of the elves is entirely foreign to me. Yet from their manner, I gather they are a proud people.
Longtena fir oyo. Nunwi ondo, aminkel.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
Elelo osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fe. Avehum. Sinde fir areng.
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. I'll be only too glad to assist. Where to next, Arisen? There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Anemartir.
Numi ondo, aninte liavani albicus. Methinks I have an idea of where Sir Ulrika might have gone, Master. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Well now, isn't this lucky? Someone who knows the way.
I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
Look here. This path seems rather promising. Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Tis rather peaceful here, isn't it?
Cannot help but hate for some among their ranks employ ranged attacks. I recommend we make felling them our top priority.
Of course. Not bad.
me grant you wings!
Worthy of caution. Not save our best will do. I shall do as you say. A resounding victory. Arisen has been drenched.
Guard all you want. Won't make a difference when I've grappled, you see.
Our enemies have grown in number. This battle ends more distant than I hoped.
Monsters left us a parting gift. I'll see it safely into my pack, don't you worry.
You've my gratitude. I've been meaning to thank you.
Take this. It is something I found. I wanted you to have it. Look, Master! Goblins!
I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite.
It's well to be prepared, but over-preparation will serve us right.
I knew you would prevail, Master.
Oh, keep on like that and we'll be done here soon enough.
Outstanding.
That was superb. You have my protection.
I can't wait to find out what's inside.
A different path would serve us better now. I'll lead the way. You've been doused in oil! You must steer clear of fire!
Better of our foe yet. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's all to be found while we're here?
To regret this. Is there any way to climb up there? I'm not sure what we'll find, but it might be something useful. We'll need to work together if we're to see this done. Shall I assist? This brute has quite a temper.
Might we not use their range to our advantage?
No more here.
Oxen are sturdy creatures. Aren't they?
Such beasts are a fair source of meat when rations are lacking. If we must, let us finish this quickly.
Thank you, sir. Consider it my thanks for all you've done.
By your command, Arisen.
For the creature's heart!
Stilling its pulse is no mean feat, but it can be done. Now, while the heart is exposed.
It seems we have enraged our foe.
Focus your strength. Risen.
Press on! I don't like our odds here.
I know not what to say.
Most effective.
Careful now. Let's hope that my allies are not
I shan't suffer such an offence. We are our masters' myrmidons and no others.
Understood.
Our ally is opposed to the enemy's will.
My thanks. Where would I be without you, Arisen?
Follow me, if you would.
I'm not sending anyone into that cave.
But Jonas, isn't it your duty to aid our people?
I've held my tongue till now, but no longer. You would leave one of your own to die. This is impermissible. A village is nothing without its people. Sacrificing that poor soul amounts to cutting off your own arm. As Half's leader, you ought to strive to do whatever you can to bring him back alive. Can you truly say this decision benefits your people, Jonas?
Who are you to question me? I'll suffer none of your impudence, outsider. Be gone from our village.
I, Jonas, I am an outsider, and therefore have no reason to heed any commands you would give. I shall follow my own will, and do what must needs be done. All those with the strength and courage to do the same, join me at Stormwind Cave.
Let us make haste, that no life may be lost on our account.
Welcome, sir. Dub? Please so, if you're here. Hope to see you again.
Sir Ulrika is ever a beacon of hope. Let us make haste and join her at Stormwind Cave.
Can I interest you in a room, sir?
Glad to be of service, sir. Fancy a look at my wares? Bit blank. What can I throw in?
Would you mind coming over here?
Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
The cavern's depths lie ahead. Onward?
Narrow passages may await us. Be on your guard.
No quarrel here.
'Tis you. Have you come to join us in our rescue effort? My thanks. We shan't fail with you by our side. The captured villager ought to be within. Let us hurry.
A fearsome foe awaits. We would do well to retreat.
A battle with little hope of victory is best left unfought.
Well done.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
I shall remain by your side.
The Arisen has been changed!
Good enough! I'm saved. Thank you.
Thank heavens you yet live. Let us be on our way. The other villagers shall be thrilled to see you in good health, I'm sure.
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Isn't it about time we had ourselves a meal? Oh, what I wouldn't give for a bowl of hot stew.
You have returned triumphant, I see. Oh, what a relief.
Indeed. And now that the task is done, I shall leave Har village, ne'er to return. In exchange, I beg you to forgive those who joined me. I incited them, and so I alone ought suffer the penalty of exile. Yet I will go forth from this village with my head held high, glad in the knowledge that no lives were sacrificed under my watch.
There'll be no need for that, Ulrika. In light of your good deeds, all shall be forgiven.
After you left, we who remained discussed that which our village treasures most. It is as you yourself have said, a village is nothing without its people. We ought to have learnt that lesson well after the dragon chased us from our homes. Yet 'twas your heartfelt plea that reminded us of it. Ulrika, would you honor our village by becoming its chief? 'Tis our hope that you will guide us, and that your kindness and wisdom shall unite our people, human and bestial both.
Aye. If that is what is needed, I shall rise to the call of duty. I vow to protect this village and its people with my life.
I could not have imagined a better outcome. The village will surely prosper in Sir Ulrika's care.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
We have reached our destination.
To think I would meet you here. Or were you searching for me? I cannot return to Melve. Not till my name is cleared. Not till the dragon is found. This village also suffered the dragon's attack in the past. I intend to stay here and investigate its whereabouts. Pray, give my regards to everyone back home. Tell them that I swear to return as soon as I can. I ne'er thought this time I should...
But the fact remains that...
Sir Leonard will be very glad to know that Sir Ulrika is safe. We ought to bring him these tidings post-haste. Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
For bread and board, you'll find none better. Glad to be of service, sir.
Oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
Visions of roast meat will dance in my head tonight, for all I've stuffed myself.
Gamers. Assemble.